Hello, good morning. And today is an exciting day because we are going to start a new program. It's a 10-day program, and in this program, you're going to learn how to develop Python apps in few minutes. That's the intention of this program. So let's get started without any delay. So we'll start with installing the required softwares and the libraries, and then we'll get into the program. So let me introduce the program before we start the installation process. So the first thing is we are going to learn the Python essentials, the bare minimal essentials. I'm not going to discuss everything from Python. That's number one. And number two, then we'll start looking at few libraries which will help us to start developing applications in Python, web applications. I'm not talking about normal websites. I'm talking about web applications which are server based. So server based applications which are interactive, dynamic, and database driven. So we are going to develop such applications in this particular 10-day program. So let's get started. And let's enjoy this journey together. Right. So if you are with me, you can follow the steps that I'm going to discuss. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to install Python on our PC. So let's get Python installed on our PC. So for that, I will go to a browser tab. So in the browser, I'll just type python.org, and this is the Python's official website. So let's go there. And after going there, you'll find downloads menu. From this downloads menu, you can choose this button. You can click on this button. It will start downloading the Python interpreter software for you. So let's click on this. But however, if you want to install some older version of Python, now this is the latest version. As you can see, it is 3.13. For some reasons, if you want to install the older versions, you can go to the full list of downloads. Click on this. It will take you to the full list of downloads. You can see different versions here. So let me scroll down. Now you can see a comprehensive list of Python interpreter versions. Okay. I personally prefer Python 3.10.11, which is my preferred interpreter. Okay. Because being a developer, I always choose the stable version. Okay, that's what I do. So being a developer, and I started my journey with Python 3.6. Then I moved to Python 3.7. I was working with Python 3.7 for a time being. Then I moved to Python 3.8, and I didn't stick with Python 3.8 for long. Then came Python 3.9, which evaporated quickly. Then came Python 3.10. So I developed a lot of AI-based applications on Python 3.10, and then came Python 3.11, 3.12, 3.13. So I may test few applications using those versions, but currently all my stable applications are on Python 3.10.11. So, but you don't need to start with Python 3.10.11 because you people are beginners. Okay, beginners should always start with the latest version of Python. They should always start with the latest version of Python. Let's install the latest version. Go to python.org. So go to the browser, type python.org. Remember, this is a Python official website. Many people think that the interpreter that you download from this website is for practicing purpose. Yes, you can practice, but you can also do serious development here. Okay, so let's download the latest version for you. So I'm going to download the latest version for you. So it started downloading it. So I clicked on it. I clicked on the button. It started downloading it. So I think the downloading is finished. So it was so quick. So let me click on the download file. This is a exe file, executable file. It will start installing Python on your PC. Now, the moment you click on that executable file, this is the wizard you see. And on this wizard, you have two options: install now and customize. Install now will install IDLE, which is the main tool for our development. It is the interpreter. Then it has a tool called pip, Python installer for packages. So this is a tool. Then you have documentation, and also it creates the associated shortcuts. Okay, this is one option. You can go with this because you need only two things from this, that is ideally and pip. These are the two essential things. Of course I can go with this, but if for some reason I want to customize my installation, I want to specify which features to be as part of my installation and which features I don't want to include, then I can choose customized installation. We are not going to go for this customized installation. Custom installation, you can call it as custom installation. Custom is not Telugu custom, okay? It is English custom, okay? There is a difference between Telugu custom and English custom. So this is English custom, okay? But let's, choose any of these two things, and both will serve your purpose. But however, look at the two drop downs. So check boxes, not drop downs, two check boxes at the bottom. Use admin privileges when installing py.exe, that is python.exe. That's number one. Make sure this is always checked. By default, it is always checked, it is always ticked. Okay, there is a second option. This you should always tick it. That's what very important. If you don't check it, or if you don't tick it, okay, if you don't do that, the problem is you cannot execute Python from every directory and from every drive on your computer. So if you want to execute the Python code from any directory and from any drive, you have to check the second option. మీరు ఏ డైరెక్టరీలోంచి అయినా, ఏ ఫోల్డర్లోంచి అయినా, లేదంటే ఏ డ్రైవ్లోంచి అయినా, సి డ్రైవ్ కావచ్చు, డి డ్రైవ్ కావచ్చు, ఈ డ్రైవ్ కావచ్చు, ఏ డ్రైవ్లోంచి అయినా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలనుకుంటే ఖచ్చితంగా సెకండ్ ఆప్షన్ మీరు టిక్ చేయాల్సిందే. యూ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ ద సెకండ్ ఆప్షన్. ఓకే, now you can choose either one of these two things, and let's go with the typical installation. Okay, install now. Let's get started. You already know installing Python. Okay, that's good. So it started installing. So what is the interpreter you have used? Ideally, good. Okay, stick to it for time being. Then move to VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay, or else you can go to PyCharm. Okay, and Anaconda is not an effective tool. It is only for Jupyter is only for practice purpose. Okay, it is not for development, but ideally is a full-blown development environment, but it don't give us the intuitive feeling. The only thing is everything appears to be very boring. That's the only problem with ideally, but it has all the features to develop everything from scratch. Okay, so we'll stick to ideally for time being, then we'll move to VS Code in few days. Right, so it started installing the Python. So you can see some of the components that are being installed, like Bootstrap. Probably you heard about Bootstrap. Okay, that Bootstrap is different from this Bootstrap. You heard about Bootstrap in web development. There is a tool called Bootstrap, and there is a website actually. You have to give the path of that website, and you have to copy all the code from there, and by giving the path to the CSS file, you can modify it fully. So you can see the setup was successful. It is successful. So we are done with the installation of Python 3.13. So this is what on my PC. So can I go to Python ideally now? Just click on the start button and type here IDLE. IDLE is the only tool we need. Okay, when you install Python, IDLE is the only tool that you need. So you can see two IDLEs, Python IDLE 3.10, 3.10, which I have installed couple of days back on this PC. Okay, and just now we have installed Python 3.13. Okay, we have both IDLEs. It's up to you which one you want to choose. Okay, but being seasoned developer, I always choose some stable version, because whenever we develop some application, we'll stick to some version. Then if you are a beginner, start with the latest version. You can go with this. Right, so choose Python 3.13. So let me click on this. So this brings IDLE. I'll just give an introduction about IDLE, then I'll just give introduction about few ideas, then we'll move to web development directly. Straight away, we'll move to web development and you will enjoy. I'm not going to talk about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. However, here and there, if you need something, very precisely formatted according to HTML standards, then I'm going to talk about HTML. And you are going to write the HTML directly in the Python code, not apart from Python code. Okay, that's what we are going to see. Right. So this is Python shell. And if this appears very small, let me change the settings for it. Configure ideally. Right. So the font size is 10. This is very small. So let me make font size 20. Apply. Okay. So now you can read this information very clearly. So the first line is about the Python operating system and the hardware that runs this PC. Okay, then you have additional information on this. Okay, so you can just go through that information if you wish. I'm not going to talk about it. So look at these three greater than symbols on the left side of the screen. These three greater than symbols, they imply Python shell. Python shell. Shell అని చూస్తున్నారా టైటిల్ బార్ పైన? షెల్. షెల్ అంటే ఏంటిదంటే జస్ట్ మీరు అక్కడ ఒక్క కమాండ్ మాత్రమే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఒక్క కమాండ్ మాత్రమే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయొచ్చు. యూ కెన్ ఓన్లీ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ వన్ కమాండ్ అట్ ఎ టైమ్. యూ కెన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ఓన్లీ వన్ లైనర్స్ హియర్. సో వన్ లైనర్స్ మాత్రమే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయగలం అక్కడ. ఓకే, దానికి మించి మనం ఏం కూడా చేయలేము ఇక్కడ. సో ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 100 into 300. If you type this, you should get 30,000. సో మీరు జస్ట్ ఎంటర్ ప్రెస్ చేయగానే అవుట్కమ్ వచ్చేస్తుంది అంతే. మీరు ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాయలేరు ఇక్కడ. ఒక లైన్ టైప్ చేసి ఎంటర్ చేయాలి, ఇంకో లైన్ టైప్ చేసి ఎంటర్ చేయాలి, ఇంకో లైన్ టైప్ చేసి ఎంటర్ చేయాలి, లేదా ఒక కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ టైప్ చేసి ఎంటర్ చేయగానే ఆ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ మాత్రం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఇఫ్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ కానీ ఫర్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ కానీ, నేను కన్స్ట్రక్ట్స్ గురించి తర్వాత మాట్లాడతాను, వెబ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కాంటెక్స్లోనే అన్ని మాట్లాడతాను. ఓకే, రైట్. సో మీరు ఒక కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ని టైప్ చేసి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయొచ్చు, లేదా ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ని టైప్ చేసి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయొచ్చు. స్టేట్మెంట్ టైప్ చేయండి, enter press చేయండి, it will execute that statement. Okay, so type the statement and then hit enter key and you will see the outcome of the command. So you can do that with everything, every construct here. So this is used for this particular environment. Look at the title bar, it says shell. Shell, not just in Python, in any language on any operating system, shell implies, shell means command interpreter. You type a command, hit enter, it will interpret the command. That is the meaning of shell. Shell stands for command interpreter. That is number one. Okay, and number two, we are going to go to another location where you can write a program. Okay, where you can write a program, and this is very important for us because you need to look at this carefully. So I am going to go to file menu. From here I choose new file. Look at this window. Look at this window. You see three greater than symbols always. You type anything. You type anything. So let's say you want to type hello. Hello. Type anything. Okay, you see three greater than symbols, implying that you need to type another command. Okay, three greater than symbols ఉద్దేశం ఏంటిదంటే మీరు ఇంకో కమాండ్ టైప్ చేయండి అక్కడ అని చెప్పి అది మనల్ని ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్రాంప్టింగ్ అస్. ఓకే, దట్స్ వాట్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్. ఓకే, రైట్. నా ఇప్పుడు మనము ఫుల్ పైథాన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాయాలి, మనం వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ డెవలప్ చేసుకునే ముందు మనం పైథాన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫుల్ రాయాలి అంటే ఎక్కడ రాయాలి అనేది మనకు తెలిసి ఉండాలి. ఓకే, సో ఎక్కడ రాయాలని తెలిసి ఉండాలి. కాబట్టి మనం ఫైల్ మెనూకి వెళ్ళి విల్ చూస్ న్యూ ఫైల్. అక్కడ న్యూ ఫైల్ చూస్ చేసుకుంటే ఇక్కడ మనకు ఫైల్ కనబడుతుంది, న్యూ ఫైల్. సో ఇక్కడ చూస్తున్నారు కదా, సో ఇది కంప్లీట్గా బ్లాంక్ ఉంది, అవునా కదా? ఇట్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ బ్లాంక్. ఎలా ఉంది ఇది చూడడానికి? ఒక నోట్ ప్యాడ్ లాగా ఉంది, అంతే కదా? నోట్ ప్యాడ్ లాగా ఉంది. సో ఇది ఫైల్ ఎడిటర్ లేదా ఫైల్ లేదా జస్ట్ ఎడిటర్ అని కూడా పిలుచుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, యూ కెన్ కాల్ ఇట్ ఫైల్ ఎడిటర్ ఆర్ జస్ట్ అన్ ఎడిటర్. ఓకే, రైట్. సో ఇక్కడ మీరు ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాయొచ్చు. మీ ప్రోగ్రాంలో ఒక లైనే ఉండొచ్చు, 10 లైన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, 50 లైన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, 100 లైన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, 200 లైన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, 500 లైన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, 10,000 లైన్స్ కూడా రాయొచ్చు ప్రోగ్రాంలో. కానీ 10,000 లైన్స్ రాయడం అనేది ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఎంకరేజ్డ్. ద రీజన్ ఈస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ యువర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ మాడ్యులర్. మీ ప్రోగ్రామ్ని ఏం చేయాలంటే పెద్ద పెద్ద ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉంటే వాటిని డివైడ్ చేసి కాన్కర్ చేయాలి, డివైడ్ చేయడానికి చాలా స్ట్రాటజీస్ ఉన్నాయి. నేను ఆ స్ట్రాటజీస్ అన్ని కూడా ఈ ప్రోగ్రాంలో వాడను. వీ యూస్ డిఫరెంట్ స్ట్రాటజీస్. ఏఐ అప్లికేషన్స్కి డిఫరెంట్ స్ట్రాటజీస్ వాడతాము, డేటా సైన్స్ అప్లికేషన్స్కి డిఫరెంట్ స్ట్రాటజీ వాడతాము, ఫుల్ స్టాక్ డెవలప్మెంట్కి డిఫరెంట్ స్ట్రాటజీస్ వాడతాము, వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్కి డిఫరెంట్ స్ట్రాటజీస్ వాడతాము. ఓకే, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు డిస్కస్ ఆల్ దోస్ స్ట్రాటజీస్, బట్ ఐ జస్ట్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ బేసిక్ థింగ్స్. ఈ ఫైల్ని నేను సేవ్ చేసుకోబోతున్నాను. సో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసి ఫైల్ని సేవ్ చేసుకోబోతున్నాను. నేను ఎలాంటి కోడ్ రాయలేదు ఇందులో. ఐ జస్ట్ సేవ్ దిస్ ఫైల్. సో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు సేవ్ దిస్ ఫైల్ ఇన్ డి డ్రైవ్లో నేను సేవ్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఇది స్మార్ట్ బోర్డ్ కాబట్టి నాకు ఒక ఫోల్డర్ ఉంది ఇందులో. దెర్ ఈస్ అ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఫోల్డర్. ఈ ఫోల్డర్ ఉంది. ఈ ఫోల్డర్ పేరు శాంపుల్ రవి. ఓకే, సో ఈ ఫోల్డర్లో మనం వర్క్ చేయబోతున్నాం. వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు వర్క్ ఇన్సైడ్ దిస్ ఫోల్డర్. ఓకే, రైట్. సో యాప్ .py అనే ఫైల్ నేమ్ ఈ ఫైల్కి ఇచ్చేద్దాం. యాప్.py. వేరే ఫైల్ పేరు ఇవ్వచ్చు అంటే ఏ పేరు అని ఇవ్వచ్చు, బట్ నేను యాప్ అనే పేరు ఇస్తున్నాను. ఓకే, బట్ ఫైల్ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ .py. .py రాయకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది? ఏం కాదు, ఐడియల్లీలో ఏం కాదు. కానీ మీరు వేరే టూల్స్ వాడారనుకోండి, విఎస్ కోడ్ లాంటి టూల్స్, అక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ .py ఎక్స్టెన్షన్. సో ఐడియల్లీ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ పైథన్ కాబట్టి పైథన్ కోడ్ ఉంటే దాన్ని పైథన్ లాగా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తుంది. విఎస్ కోడ్ అనేది ఓన్లీ ఫర్ పైథన్ కాదు. యూ కెన్ యూజ్ HTML ఫైల్స్, యూ కెన్ యూజ్ C# ఫైల్స్, యూ కెన్ యూజ్ C ఫైల్స్, రస్ట్ ఫైల్స్, రకరకాల ఫైల్స్ వాడతాం అక్కడ. కాబట్టి సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ దిస్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ .py. ఓకే, సేవ్ దిస్ ఫైల్. ఆ పేరుతో ఆల్రెడీ ఫైల్ ఉంది, రీప్లేస్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం. ఎస్, ఐ వాంట్ టు రీప్లేస్ ఇట్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మనం ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ రాసుకోవచ్చు. దిస్ ఇస్ వేర్ ఐ వాంట్ టు రైట్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. నేను ఇక్కడ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ రాయాలి అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఓకే, దట్స్ మై ఇంటెన్షన్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ ఇన్స్టాల్డ్ ఐడిఎల్ఈ టుడే. సో ఐడిఎల్ఈ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన తర్వాత మనం రెండు చూసాము. ఒకటి వచ్చేసి సో పైథన్ షెల్ అనేది ఇక్కడ ఒక్క స్టేట్మెంట్ మాత్రమే ఒక్కసారి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. వీ కెన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ఓన్లీ వన్ స్టేట్మెంట్ అట్ ఏ టైం. ఓకే, రెండోది ఫైల్ మెనూకి వెళ్ళి మనము ఫైల్ చూస్ చేస్తే అక్కడ నుంచి మనం ఫైల్కి వచ్చాము. ఇక్కడ మనం ఫైల్లో ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ రాసుకోవచ్చు. వన్ లైన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కాదు, యూ కెన్ రైట్ అ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీ లెంత్. ఓకే, ఇట్ కెన్ కంటైన్ 1000 లైన్స్, 10,000 లైన్స్, 50,000 లైన్స్, 80,000 లైన్స్. ఓకే, సో ఎన్ని లైన్స్ అయినా మనం రాసుకోవచ్చు. రైట్, సో విల్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు దిస్. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం పైథన్ కోడ్ రాయబోతున్నాం, చాలా బ్యూటిఫుల్గా రాయబోతున్నాం. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ టు యూ స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్, లిటిల్ బై లిటిల్. బట్ బిఫోర్ దాట్ నేను వెబ్ డెవలప్మెంట్కి కావాల్సిన లైబ్రరీస్ అన్నీ కూడా దీనికి యాడ్ చేయాలి. దట్స్ ద సెకండ్ థింగ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు డూ. సో నేను ఇప్పుడు చేయబోయే లైబ్రరీస్ అన్నీ కూడా యాడ్ చేయాలి. సో లైబ్రరీస్ అన్ని పైథాన్కి యాడ్ చేయాలి, వెబ్ డెవలప్మెంట్కి సంబంధించిన లైబ్రరీస్ అన్ని యాడ్ చేయాలి అంటే నేను కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్కి వెళ్ళాలి. ఐ హ్యావ్ టు గో టు కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్. సో కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్కి వెళ్ళాలి. సో స్టార్ట్ మెనూకి వెళ్ళి ఇక్కడ మీరు కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ అని టైప్ చేయండి. కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్. మీలో ఎవరైనా నాతో పాటు సైమిల్టేనియస్గా టైప్ చేస్తున్నట్టయితే దట్స్ గుడ్. ఓకే, టైప్ కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ బ్రింగ్ దిస్ విండో. ఓకే, ఈ విండో వస్తుంది. సో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసిన తర్వాత మీరు అర్థం చేసుకోవాల్సిన విషయం ఏంటంటే నా కంప్యూటర్లో 2 పైథన్ వర్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇంతకుముందు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన పైథన్ వర్షన్ విచ్ ఇస్ పైథన్ 3.13, ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్న పైథన్ వర్షన్ విచ్ ఇస్ పైథన్ 3.10. సో నేను ఐడిఎల్ఈ అని టైప్ చేస్తే 2 వచ్చాయి, పైథన్ 3.10, పైథన్ 3.13. సో ఇందులో నా సిస్టమ్ డిఫాల్ట్గా ఏది తీసుకుంటుంది అంటే చూడాలి, పైథన్ వర్షన్ అని టైప్ చేస్తే సో డిఫాల్ట్ వచ్చేసి పైథన్ 3.13 అంటే కొత్తగా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన వర్షన్ని తీసుకుంటుంది. ఓకే, రైట్. సో నేను పాతదే వాడదలుచుకున్నాను, బట్ కొంతసేపు వరకు మనం కొత్తది వాడదాం. ఓకే, సో పాతది వాడేదానికంటే ముందు. రైట్, సో ఇప్పుడు దీనికి మనకు కావాల్సిన లైబ్రరీస్ అన్ని యాడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. పైథన్ ఈస్ రెడీ. జనరలీ ఇట్ ఈస్ సెడ్ దట్ పైథన్ కమ్స్ విత్ బ్యాటరీస్ ఇంక్లూడెడ్, విచ్ మీన్స్ పైథన్లో డెవలప్మెంట్కి కావాల్సిన అన్ని కాంపోనెంట్స్ వచ్చేస్తాయి ఆటోమేటిక్గా. డెవలప్మెంట్ అంటే పైథన్లో కోర్ డెవలప్మెంట్కి సంబంధించి ఏదైతే మనం అప్లికేషన్ డెవలప్మెంట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నామో దానికి సంబంధించిన అన్ని టూల్స్ కూడా బిల్ట్ ఇన్. బట్ అడిషనల్గా వీ నీడ్ దీస్ లైబ్రరీస్. అడిషనలీ వీ నీడ్ దీస్ లైబ్రరీస్. రైట్, సో నౌ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ ద పైథన్ libraries. మనము ఇంతకుముందు ఐడిఎల్ఈ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకునే ముందు, పైథాన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకునే ముందు మనం ఏం చేసామంటే పిప్ అనే ఒక వర్డ్ని చూసాం కదా. పిప్ అది కంపల్సరీ ఉండాలి అని చెప్పాను నేను. ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ నీడ్ పిప్. ఎందుకు ఉండాలి అంటే అది లేకుండా వితౌట్ పిప్ యూ కెనాట్ యాడ్ అడిషనల్ లైబ్రరీస్ టు పైథాన్, యూ కెనాట్ install them, you cannot uninstall them, you cannot upgrade them, okay, you cannot manage them. So for that reason you need pip. సో ఈ పిప్ అనే టూల్ ద్వారా మనం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోబోతున్నాం. ఇన్స్టాల్ కమాండ్ వాడి వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ ద సాఫ్ట్వేర్. ఓకే, సో రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ వెబ్ డెవలప్మెంట్. సో మన సాఫ్ట్వేర్ వచ్చేసి చాలా ఉన్నాయి, అన్నిటిని కూడా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుందాం. ఫస్ట్ది వచ్చేసి నంపాయ్, నంబర్స్ కోసము నంపాయ్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఏ డేటా అనలిటిక్స్, డేటా సైన్స్, ఏఐ లైబ్రరీ. అన్నిట్లో కూడా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది లైబ్రరీ. డేటా సైన్స్, డేటా అనలిటిక్స్, ఏఐలో అన్నిట్లో కూడా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. నంపాయ్ ఈజ్ షార్ట్ ఫర్ న్యూమరికల్ పైథాన్. ఓకే, సో ఎక్కడైతే మనకు లీనియర్ ఆల్జిబ్రా మోడల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలో, మ్యాట్రిసెస్ అంటారు దాన్ని, మనం స్కూల్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మ్యాట్రిసెస్ అని పేరు విన్నాం కదా. సో అలాంటి మోడల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలో అక్కడ నంపాయ్ని మనం ఖచ్చితంగా వాడతాం. ఓకే, రెండోది వచ్చేసి ప్యాండాస్. బహుశా మీరు వినిండొచ్చు, ఇది కూడా డేటా సైన్స్, డేటా అనలిటిక్స్లో వాడే లైబ్రరీ. ఈ ప్యాండాస్ యొక్క ఉద్దేశం ఏంటిదంటే 2 డైమెన్షనల్ డేటాని హ్యాండిల్ చేయడం. మనం 2 డైమెన్షనల్ డేటా చూస్తామా అంటే చూస్తాం కదా. మామూలుగా మన స్కూల్లో మన అటెండెన్స్ రిజిస్టర్ ఉంటుంది, అది 2 డైమెన్షనల్ డేటా, రోస్ అండ్ కాలమ్స్ ఉంటుంది. లేదా మనము రెజ్యూమ్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ రెజ్యూమ్లో టేబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, అదంతా 2 డైమెన్షనల్ డేటా. ఓకే, రోస్ అండ్ కాలమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. లేదా మనం ఎక్సెల్ షీట్లో ఏదైనా టేబుల్ ఉంటే అందులో రోస్ అండ్ కాలమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో దట్ ఈస్ 2 డైమెన్షనల్ డేటా. 2 డైమెన్షనల్ డేటా కానీ 1 డైమెన్షనల్ డేటా కానీ హ్యాండిల్ చేయడానికి ఉపయోగించేది ప్యాండాస్. ఇట్ ఈస్ అ లైబ్రరీ యూస్డ్ ఇన్ డేటా అనలిటిక్స్ అండ్ డేటా సైన్స్. తర్వాత మ్యాట్ప్లాట్లిబ్. ఓకే, సో డేటాని ప్లాటింగ్ చేయడానికి ఉపయోగించే ఒక లైబ్రరీ. ఇట్ ఈస్ అ లైబ్రరీ యూస్ ఫర్ ప్లాటింగ్ ద డేటా. ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ మ్యాట్ప్లాట్లిబ్. ఓకే, దాని తర్వాత సీబాన్. ఇది కూడా డేటాని మనము గ్రాఫికల్గా ప్రజెంట్ చేయడానికి, జస్ట్ లైక్ మ్యాట్ప్లాట్లిబ్ లాగా, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో అ టూల్ టు రిప్రజెంట్ డేటా గ్రాఫికలీ. ఓకే, దెన్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు యూజ్ స్ట్రీమ్లిట్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ అ లైబ్రరీ విచ్ ఈస్ అవర్ ఫోకస్. ఈ లైబ్రరీ యూజ్ చేసి మనం ఈరోజు వెబ్ యాప్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయబోతున్నాం. ఈ రోజు మాత్రమే కాదు, రేపు, ఎల్లుండి, తర్వాత రోజులు, అన్ని రోజులు కూడా దీన్ని ఉపయోగించి మనము వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయబోతున్నాం. దాని తర్వాత నేను కొలాబరేటివ్ వర్క్ ఎలా చేయాలి అనేది నేను చెప్తాను. అంటే ఒకటేసారి ఒక 10 మంది కలిసి వెబ్సైట్ డెవలప్ చేయాలంటే 10 మంది కలిసి ఎలా వర్క్ చేయాలి అనేది వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సీ ఇన్ ద కమింగ్ డేస్. ఓకే, స్ట్రీమ్లిట్ ఈజ్ అవర్ library. It is also data science and machine learning library. Okay, for creating web apps for data science applications and machine learning applications or AI applications. వీటి కోసం ఉపయోగించే లైబ్రరీ. దాని తర్వాత ప్లాట్లీ. ఓకే, ఇది కూడా ఇంకొక గ్రాఫిక్స్ని క్రియేట్ చేసే లైబ్రరీ. ఓకే, జస్ట్ లైక్ చార్ట్స్, గ్రాఫ్స్, ఓకే, డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ విజువలైజేషన్స్, ఇంటరాక్టివ్ విజువలైజేషన్, డైనమిక్ విజువలైజేషన్, వీటన్నిటి కూడా ఉపయోగించే లైబ్రరీ. ఓకే, దీంతో పాటు అడిషనల్గా నేను బోకేని కూడా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుంటాను. బోకే ఈజ్ ఆల్సో సిమిలర్ లైబ్రరీ. ఓకే, నౌ ఐ విల్ హిట్ ఎంటర్. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ ఆల్ దీస్ libraries. So it will start installing all these libraries. Right. It is downloading and it started installing all these libraries. You can see. ఎవరికైనా నేను స్లోగా చెప్తున్నాను ఫాస్ట్గా చెప్తున్నాను అనిపిస్తే మీరు చెప్పొచ్చు. యు ఆర్ ఫీలింగ్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ ఫాస్ట్ బికాస్ యూ ఆల్రెడీ నో, యూ ఫీల్ దిస్ స్పేస్ ఈజ్ ఓకే. వాట్ అబౌట్ యూ? యూ ఫీల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫాస్టర్? Okay, right, a bit faster. Right, so it started installing. You can see it not just installing the libraries that I specified or packages, it is installing hell lot of other libraries. చాలా లైబ్రరీస్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తూ ఉంది, ఎందుకంటే మనం స్పెసిఫై చేసిన లైబ్రరీస్కి డిపెండెన్సీస్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ డిపెండెన్సీస్ని కూడా ఇది ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్స్టాలింగ్ ఈవెన్ ద డిపెండెన్సీస్. ఓకే, దట్స్ వాట్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ. ఓకే, రైట్. So bokeh, altair, so you can see bokeh, altair, pandas is there. Okay, and we can see uh, the libraries that we have specified, like numpy. Okay, pillow is a library. Pillow is for handling images. Pillow is for handling images. Okay, working with images with specified plotly. Okay, and so a lot of tools are there, and all these tools are very very important. రిచ్ అనే టూల్ చూసారా, ఎప్పుడన్నా విన్నారా? రిచ్. సో ఇక్కడ మీకు ఈ లైన్ వచ్చేటప్పుడు గ్రీన్ కలర్ లైన్, ప్యారెట్ గ్రీన్ కలర్ 1.2 by 1.2 MB, తర్వాత రెడ్ కలర్, వైట్ కలర్, బ్లూ కలర్, ఈ కలర్స్ అన్నీ వచ్చాయి కదా. దట్ ఈస్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ రిచ్ లైబ్రరీ. ఇట్ ఈస్ అ లైబ్రరీ దట్ గివ్స్ ఆల్ దోస్ కలర్స్. ఓకే, రిచ్ లైబ్రరీ. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద థింగ్స్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్. సో నేను ఇన్స్టలేషన్ పార్ట్ కాబట్టి కొద్దిగా ఫాస్ట్గా వెళ్తున్నాను. ఓకే, సో ఇన్స్టలేషన్స్ అనేటివి కామన్ థింగ్ ఈరోజు. ఎందుకు కామన్ థింగ్ అంటే మనం అందరం కూడా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తున్నాం, వెబ్ యాప్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తున్నాం, మొబైల్లో యాప్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తున్నాం. వెరీ సింపుల్ థింగ్. ఓకే, సో నా వన్స్ ఐ గెట్ ఇన్ టు ద సబ్జెక్ట్ ఐ విల్ గో లిటిల్ స్లోవర్. Okay, so it is working in the background, so let it work. And meanwhile, if somebody wants to pose a question, they can pose a question. You can get the questions online, right? So if somebody wants to pose a questions, they can pose a question, and I wish to see some questions. Okay, right, so let's do that. Right, it's almost done. It is a bit slower. It appears to be a bit slower because there are a hell lot of libraries that is installing in the background. Okay, right. Okay, so I forgot your name. Tarun. What is your qualification? BTech. Which stream? CSC. So when did you finish your degree? 2020. So you are a fresher, right? You are coming from which place? Kurpali Housing Board. That's good. Okay, right. So that's good. So did you work with Python earlier? So what are the things you have learned in Python? Anything specific? Basic programs. You have Python in your academics? In which? Okay, using OpenCV? Yeah, OpenCV 5 or 4? 5. There is a OpenCV version 5 and this. Yeah, in a workshop you have learned it. Okay, so that's good. So what is the um, cascade you have used there? Ice cascade or face cascade? Ice cascade. So using ice, you recognize the person. Okay, that's good. Right. Okay, that's good to know. So good. Huh? Bad. Oh, command prompt. This is command prompt. Mhm. So he wants to see the command for for this. This is the command. It's a command. So that guy can take a snapshot of this command. Abhiram, you can look at the command. This is the command you have to use to install all these libraries. Okay, it is taking a bit of time today. So sometimes it takes a bit of time because normally there are 2 versions. So that could be the reason it is taking a bit of time. Yeah. I think it is done almost. It is finalizing because, yeah, right, intelligent, yeah. Okay, so meanwhile, I'll go to Python ideally. Instead of wasting our time, I'll go to Python ideally. So here, I just want to check the libraries that we have installed so far. So we have installed NumPy. Can I import it? What is the purpose of import? So import will import a library. That means it will make us use this library. Okay. So you can start using this library. If you are able to import it, so that means we can, yeah, it didn't throw any error. So we can use the NumPy. Similarly, you can import pandas. So let's see whether it throws any error. So let me check meanwhile. Yeah, it is done with the installation and we are set, okay, to develop our web applications. Right. So I'm going to import Streamlit. Okay. So it will import the Streamlit without any error. Okay. Right. So let's come back to our file. So this is the file that we created just now, few minutes back, and we are going to write our code in this file. So we are going to use this file and we are going to do a lot of things. I'll just maximize the font size because I want you to see the things very clearly. Okay, right. So now what I do is I'll arrange this file, to occupy half of the screen, and I want remaining half to be occupied with the browser. Okay, this is the browser. So we are going to code here on the right side and we are going to see the outcome in the left side. That's the objective. Okay, right. Let's start coding. So as I told you, at the heart of our application development, so this is the library which we are going to use. Okay, so let me scroll up. So this is the library which we are going to use. Of course, this appears in the front line, but in the background, all these libraries will work along with that library. Okay, right. So this is the one library that we are going to begin with. So let me begin with that library, and we have browser. Okay, let me begin with that library. Okay, so the first statement I'm going to write is import Streamlit. Okay, what is the meaning of this? It means I'm telling computer that start using this particular library. When we type import Streamlit, it implies that start using this particular library because this is a library that will help us in web app development. Okay, and that's number one. Number two, I type as st. What does it mean? So I'm going to use this library very often, so several times in this code, but typing a word with so many letters, how many letters are there in that? 9 letters. Typing a word with 9 letters is tiring if you are supposed to type it very frequently. So instead of using such a big word, I want to use two-letter word est, okay, which is short for Streamlit. This is a convention in the programming world to call Streamlit as st while using it. Okay, you are loading into a different namespace called st. Okay, I'll explain that going forward. And after that, I just want to execute this program. Where is our file? Our file is in sample Ravi folder, which is in D drive. So I'll go to command prompt here in the command prompt. So what I'm going to do is in the command prompt, I'm going to type that command. The command is, I'll go to D drive first. In the D drive, we have sample Ravi. So I'll change to sample Ravi folder. Okay. And here I'm going to run the command that is streamlit run app.py. That is the name of the file we gave. Okay, use this command. So this will start running the file. You can see on the screen. So here you can see. So it started running the code. So I just click on this allow button. So it allows Python to, you open the browser, right? So we have executed this program. Okay, So my this Chrome browser is using dark background. So let's change it to other background. Okay, instead of dark background, I'll change it to white background. Okay, I think somewhere in the settings I can change this black background to something. So it is a black screen. So I want to change it to white screen, because on the black screen you cannot see all the colors. Okay, all the colors, very good colors you cannot see. Let me change it to um, something else. White. Actually, there is somebody who signed into this and they have this fixed colors. Let's stick with these colors and we are going to change this. So look at this statement. I hope you understood this statement. Okay, anybody has any doubt, you can ask about this statement. Then after this statement, the first thing I want to do is I want to place a title on this web page. Okay, that is the next thing I want to do. I want to place a title on this web page. Okay, so how do I do it? So let's use the same library. What is the name of the library? Streamlit. But now you are going to call it as st. So type st dot title and place a title. So let's call it as my web app. My web app. So let's save this. The moment you save this, okay, I clicked on save button. Okay, I clicked save from my keyboard, Control S. The moment I do that, okay, it shows source file changed. It says source file changed, and it says, would you like to rerun this code? Yes, I want to rerun, but I want to rerun always. Whenever I make changes, I want the code to rerun. So I can see my web app. You know, I think we can change this black screen to white screen. Okay, they have, uh, yeah, there is option actually. Uh, right. Okay. We have to convert to white mode. Okay, but let's keep it like this. So we have title. So similarly you can have a header and subheader. So if you want to have a header, okay, so heading 1, and you can also have subheader, subheader 1. So let's save this. Let's save this. You can see heading 1 and subheading 1. That's it. We didn't use HTML, we didn't use CSS, we didn't use JavaScript, anything like that. Okay, doesn't it look good? I think it looks good, because very simple. Just give the word title, you are able to create a title. Use the function header, you are able to create a header. Use the function subheader, you are able to create subheader function. Okay, but today what we are going to do is we are going to just create a small web application, and for that we are going to download some files and some videos, okay, from the internet. Let's do that. Okay, right. So first thing what I'm going to do is, in this folder, the folder from which the program is being executed on the D drive, okay, we have a folder named sample Ravi. Okay, in this folder we have 3 images: cat, dog, and owl. This image name is cat.jpeg. You can see the item type jpeg. This image is dog jpg. Okay, this image is owl jpg. 2 jpg images to 1 jpeg image. I want these 3 images to appear on the web page, and what I want to do is I want them to appear in side by side columns. I want it to appear in side by side columns. So I removed this heading and subheading. Okay, I have removed it. So that's it. Now I have to create 3 columns: cat image here, then dog image, then owl image. I just want to have these 3 images side by side. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is, first I'll create 3 columns. So from the same library, from the ST library, okay, I use a function called columns, and I want 3 columns. Okay, I'm going to type 3. It is going to create 3 columns. So this will create 3 columns. Now where do I place those 3 columns? I will assign those 3 columns to 3 variables. Okay, first variable is C1, second variable is C2, third variable is C3. So listen to this carefully. This statement creates 3 columns. Okay, and we set those 3 columns to 3 variables. And those who are new to Python, you may ask, what is a variable? Variable is a container. It can contain anything. It can contain a value like a number, a boolean value like true and false, or it can contain a value like a string. Okay, it can contain any value, and also it can contain any object. It can contain any object. Okay, so the object can be anything. The object can be a file, the object can be a window, object can be a computer, object can be a image, object can be a video, it can be anything. Okay, it can be anything. So look at this. We are creating 3 columns. First column is set to this variable. So this variable will store the first column. Second column is stored in this variable. Third column is stored in this variable. So we have created 3 columns. Okay, right. So again, this st has another function called image. So on this column, I want to place an image. What image? Cat dot jpeg image. So it's going to have cat.jpg image in first column, C1 column. Okay. In the C2 column, we'll have another image, that is dog.jpg. So let me save this. You can see C2 image. Okay. And then C3. Okay. So owl.jpg. You can see 3 images in 3 columns. That's it. How much efforts you have to take if you are using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? You have to take a lot of efforts. You wanted to ask some question?
How it will appear like image in this in web page? Like we are providing in D drive, right? So how it will appear like when we run the code?
Yeah.
How it will appear like in background?
Yeah, because of this, command that we have executed.
Okay, okay,
This command is still running in the background. We didn't end this command.
okay, okay. I understood.
Okay, this command is still running in the background. Any other question?
Yeah, can I?
Yeah, you can see it. The command is streamlit run, the name of the file, app.py. Yeah, name of the file, app.py. Okay, right. Okay, let's go to browser. Does it look good? It's very simple. It's very simple. How much code you have to write in HTML? Lot of code. Now you may ask, can I set the width and all those things? We are going to do that. We are going to do a beautiful web page. That time I'll explain all those concepts. Okay, but for now, just focus on this. Okay. Now after the images, I want to put some CSV files. I want to display some file data on the screen. So how do I display the file data? So I'm going to use download 3 files. Okay, I'm going to download 3 files from internet. Okay, one file is iris CSV file, iris flower CSV file. It's a very famous data set used in data science, machine learning. They use this data set in machine learning to teach logistic regression algorithm in machine learning. Let's download this file. Okay, this file. So this file, we have downloaded it. Let me go to downloads folder. Okay, from the downloads folder, I think okay, didn't download yet. It is asking for sign in and sign up. So let's download some simple data. I should go to some other source, I think. Here, yeah. So here I can download this file. So from this is the data set. We are going to display this data set. Okay, but this data is huge, so I just want to download it. Yeah. I will save this. So it's going to save it in my folder. This folder. The name of the file is iris. Okay, you can see this is the file. Okay, let's have one more file, or let's have one more video. We'll download a video this time instead of a file. We'll download a video. So let's go to internet again, the browser. Okay, here we'll download a video by going to a website called pexels.com. Okay, we'll download some video. Let's call this as news video, some news video. So you can download something like this. This is the video. It's a free download. So it started downloading. So we'll go to download folder again. This is the video. I'll paste it in our folder. Okay. So, and let me play this video once. Okay. Uh, it is playing the video, but I think this is not a player, video player. It actually downloaded the image, not a video. Okay. So let's go to video and download it. So this is the video we want to download, and we have this video now. Now this is the video. I'll paste it here in this folder. So we are doing everything raw. Okay. So everything raw. So this is the video. So it has somewhere around 20 seconds. Okay. So let's name it as. Let's give a simple name. Let's call it as news. That's it. What is the extension of this video? It is MP4. Okay. So right, let's have this video, this file, and this image on three tabs, three separate tabs. Let's do that. Okay. So let's do that. So let me go here and let me place this thing here. Okay. So I'm going to create now three tabs. Okay. Tab 1, tab 2, and tab 3. I'm going to create three tabs. So the same library has another function called tabs. Okay, three tabs. The first tab is we are going to call it as iris file. Second tab is video. Third tab is image. So we are going to use these three tabs. It is going to create three tabs. Okay, let me save this. You can see three tabs here. Can you see three tabs here? Iris, video, image. You can see three tabs. How simply we created three tabs with the proper names. Okay, and let me write the text very neatly. Iris. Okay, and iris file, and video, and an image. Okay, so three tabs. We'll assign it to three variables: T1, T2, T3. Okay, T1, T2, T3. I assign three tabs to three variables. Now using these tabs, I can manage these three variables. Okay, now if you remember, we have installed a library called pandas. Okay, pandas. We are going to use pandas now to read the iris file. So this is the file. and we want to read this file, iris file. Okay, let's look at the extension of this file, iris.csv. Okay, you can see CSV, iris.csv file. Okay, so we want that file to appear on the web page when we click on this tab. Okay, so we are going to use a library called pandas. Import pandas as PD. So you want to use pandas. Typing pandas is difficult each time. So load it into PD variable. So first import the pandas variable, then import the pandas variable into a small namespace called PD. Okay. Now use the pandas, a function called read CSV. Probably you studied this while studying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
workshop.
yeah, in the workshop you have studied it. So the file name is iris.csv. Now it reads this file. Okay, assign this file to a variable called df. Okay, df. That's it. Now we have three tabs. Listen, now we have three tabs. On the tab 1, we use a data frame function and we display this df. That's it. When somebody clicks on iris, they will see this file. Iris tab, they will see this file. They can scroll this file. Okay, isn't it beautiful, guys? How simply we are creating a web page, very dynamic web page. You can select this cell, you can edit this value, and you can download your edited file. You can do all those things. Okay, so if you want to span it to the entire video, you can span it, or if you want to contract it, you can contract it. And if you want to download this file, somebody can download this file using this icon. Or if they want to search within the file, they can search within the file. Let's say they want just, you know, 1.4 in the file. So there are 21 results in the file with 1.4 value. So they can search within the file. All these tools, they come built in. Okay. So this is the first tab. On the second tab, we want to have some video to be displayed. So we use tab 1, video. What is the name of the video? News.mp4. Okay, that is the name of the video, news.mp4. Now when somebody clicks on the tab 2, tab 1, they can see the file. Okay, and here I'll save this. Oh, this is tab 2 actually. I should have put tab 2 there. So on tab 2, they can see the video. Tab 2 is for video. They can play the video. If the video has sound, they can hear the sound. I think this video has no sound. Okay, so that's why they don't hear any sound. Okay, right. So first tab is for file, second tab is for video, third tab is for some image. Let's take some image from internet. So we already have an image here in our folder. This is the image. Let's call this image as, again, news. Okay, news. Let's see its extension jpg. Okay, news.jpg. So let's go to the code file. So on tab 3, we want to have, okay, image. So image is news.jpg. Right. Now you understand how beautifully we have created the web page so far. How much code do you see here? To put all these elements, how much code do we see here? Wherein it's nothing actually. It is nothing. We have done nothing so far. Okay. In single line, I have zoomed in. So you see the code is a little larger, but if I zoom out, you can see the code is very little. Hardly how many lines of code? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 lines. So many elements. You have columns, you have tabs. In each column you have elements. In each three tabs you have element. There is a header. You have all these things. Isn't it beautiful? Now let's have some audio to be played. Let's have some audio. Okay, so let's play some audio. Okay, so I'll download some audio. So I'll go to some website, and I don't know what is a website for downloading audio because I don't listen to audio much. Okay, so there could be, this could contain some audio files. I don't know. I'm not sure. Does it contain audio files? Okay, no. So let's download some free audio, free MP3. Okay, download. So it could be songs or it could be anything. It doesn't matter for us. We just want to download it for as a sample. Okay, so this is the website. Uh, I think I need to search for some song. It seems like that, but I don't know any songs. So mm, it doesn't give any category. So let me type something like song. Uh, yeah, so some song actually. Download now. Internal error. Download. Download MP3. No. Okay. I need to verify that I am a human. Okay, this is a long procedure. Let's download something free. Okay, something free from some website. If you guys know anything, uh,
Mobica. It's a ringtone.
what is that?
Mobica.
Mobi,
Mobica.
Mobi
Cup.
Cup.
Ringtone. Yeah.
Yeah, Mobi Cup ringtones. Yeah, you can download directly, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think I download. Yeah, something like this. Close. Yeah, I think. Wait, should I download this?
Like we want to go in a ringtone section.
This is DP. We should go to ringtone sections. Yeah.
Yeah, download. Like, then
Oh,
no, no.
okay, let's go back. Right. Yeah. Downloaded the file. Okay. So thanks for your help in downloading this thing. So I'll just cut this and I'll paste it in our folder. That is sample run. Okay. So let's call this as BGM. Okay. And let's see the extension MP3. BGM MP3. Can I put audio there? Yeah, you can. You can put audio there. This is BGM. Okay. So audio bgm.mp3. So how quickly we are able to play. You can set the playback speed. You can download it if you want to download. So you can do all these things. How quickly we are able to download a web page. Okay, develop a web page. So that's very simple and very interesting. In one word, it is very interesting because many people are not aware that they can develop the things so quickly. Okay, so now you see everything is in one single page. Everything is in one single page. This is what you have done so far. Okay, don't you see this is interesting? This is really interesting. Okay, this is really interesting. And at the same time, now we are going to create sidebar in 10 minutes. We are going to create a sidebar. We are going to place a sidebar, and then we'll take this idea little by little further. But before I go further, anybody online who has some questions? Do you see any questions, Naveen? No questions? Okay. So we have this folder, and this file we have opened now. So I will just let this occupy 50% of the screen, and remaining, we want the code to be visible to everyone, and we are going to um, run this. And somebody asked about command prompt, so you can go to command prompt, CMD in the run dialog box, or just click on the start menu and type command prompt. You will find the command prompt here. So prompt, so you can see if you want to open, there is a message. RB, this is running. Over. It's over. Yeah. Okay, guys. It is fixed. Okay, right. So let me just open the command prompt. So I'll go to start menu, and here I type command. So, and I see this command prompt. Our code is in D drive. So I type D colon. Okay, and then we'll go to the sample Ravi folder. No. Everything is fixed. Okay. Now Streamlit app. Streamlit run, and the name of the code file is app.py. So I type this app.py, and it will start executing the code. So it will open a separate page in the browser. Okay, right, and also you can see the code file here on the left side. Okay, so now we want to create a sidebar. So everything is, very clear so far. So let's have a sidebar now. So I'm going to use a command called sidebar. Okay, sidebar. A sidebar with a subheader. Okay, sidebar with a subheader. Okay, this is a subheader, and I just want to give a name for this. Okay, choose uh, options. This is the name I want to give. So now it says always rerun. Yes, always rerun. And now you can see a sidebar here. You can collapse it, you can expand it. Choose sidebar. Okay, right. This is beautiful, right? Okay, now on the sidebar, after the heading, I want to have a small drop down. Here. Let's have a drop down. On the sidebar, okay, we'll have a select box. Drop down is called select box, and drop down gives a name called choose page. Okay, we'll have a choose page name, then we'll specify the list like home, contact, about. Okay, this is a list. Okay, if you want to see this very clearly, I'm going to break it into 2 lines. I'll break it into 2 lines. So you can see it in 2 lines, and if you still want to see it very clearly, I'll break this into multiple lines. So you can see it has 2 arguments. One is a text information like choose page. Second one is home, contact, and about. These 3 items in the list. Okay, so you are going to see them on the sidebar. Home, contact, about. So do you see anything so far? Anything that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, anything like that? Nothing. Did we create an interactive page? We did create an interactive page. We are going to make it very dynamic, okay, in the coming days. But if you feel happy so far, let's place a icon that indicates you are happy. So mark down. So I'm going to place an icon which is sunglasses. So it's a it's a emoticon, markdown emoticon. So I'm feeling happy. Okay, so this is the markdown emoticon. I'm feeling happy because I have come so far. I'll end it here, but this is the time for your questions. I want to take your questions. I want to answer everything that you see on the screen, from everything that you see on the screen, and also if you have any other question, you can ask the questions. And coming back to you, is this enough to answer your question? Okay, right. So any question? You're all welcome. So we are done with today's session, but it's a question time. So would you like to ask any question? Navin, you can see any questions popping up. Any questions popping up? I will take care of. Don't close this. ఇది క్లిక్ చేయండి. Pardon? Yeah, there are 16 people live. So anybody wants to ask any question, you're welcome to ask a question. Okay, right. There are 17. Okay. So, okay, let me ask this question. Do you find everything is interesting? How many of you find interesting?
Yeah.
This is okay. So, what did you thought that web application development will be?
Python.
It's very easy in Python, very simple. Okay, without any difficulty. Okay, you need to learn few functions and use your creativity. Tomorrow we are going to take our creativity to the next level. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how to plan the application. I'm going to teach you how to work in collaboration. So we are going to talk about all those things in the coming classes. But let me ask you one question. How many of you are benefited out of this session? How many of you learned something out of this session? You can just say yes, I am, or anything, whatever is on your mind. Okay, so I don't see. We did adjust. So some, yeah. Is there any questions? I need an access, sir. I am deaf, unable. Explain last one after audio. Okay, last one after audio. I'll explain it. Okay, probably I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I need to explain that in detail from scratch. Okay, but I need an access English subtitle. I need an access. Okay, or sign language and written little communication. So how can I address this guy? How can I help this guy? How can we help him? As of now, uh, we don't have a facility now to help him. Maybe probably we may think about some accessibility options so that we can help that person. Right? Not possible today because I'm looking at this at the last moment. Okay, I just want to ask you, how many of you are benefited out of this session? Just say yes. Show me at the ideally file after audio. I'll just show you that. Don't worry, Lokeshwar. But do you think you are benefiting from this session? Do you think this is useful for you? Okay. Okay, Lokeshwar says it's beneficial. And anybody else, if you are really benefited from this, 1 hour session, of course, yeah. Right, let me scroll down. So feel free, you can ask anything, but you should continuously give feedback for one reason. The reason is this, so that I can refine it for your purpose. I can customize it more for your benefit. So that's why you should give your feedback. Okay, feedback is very important. So look at this. Now sidebar is a function and on that function apply another function, and you can set a heading. Okay, and then on the sidebar you can place a select box, and select box has a title called choose page. Okay, if you look at this, it has a choose page heading, and also three options: home, contact, about. So home, contact, about. You can see home, contact, about, the options. Tomorrow we are going to see what happens when you click on home, what happens when you click on contact, what should happen when you click on about. Okay, we are going to see those things tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to add more dynamicity. So right, any other question apart from seeing the page? Seeing the page. Okay, so if you are understood code so far, and if you have noted the code, so that's good. And if not, I'm going to share my repository with you very soon. There you will find more than 100 examples on Streamlit, more than 100, approximately 150 examples are there. I'm going to share with you all those examples in the coming classes, and definitely you will be benefited, okay, to a great extent. We'll meet for that. We'll wait for the day, because there are a lot of things to do. Okay, so see you. Have a great time ahead. See you tomorrow at same time. Bye.